Hi, this is Pia McAdams, and welcome to the Empowering Women segment. My name is Pia McAdams. I'm actually an author, I'm an accounting professor, and I'm also a certified life coach. I specialize in personal and small business finance and also fitness. I help people reach their goals. Now, the purpose of this segment here of Empowering, I want us to share have things in common. Like we all have a story, all have struggles and triumphs. And I want this to be like a platform where we actually share those struggles with each other and help in the hopes of empowering each other. Because a lot of times when we're going through our stuff, we tend to suffer in silence, and there's no need to do that. And so my series is to bring to you women that I know, and also men as well, because men have an impact on who we are and how we see ourselves. But just to bring on women that share their stories of what they're going through and what they've been through in the hopes that it will help you. All right, so today's segment, we're going to be talking with Carmen Uhri. So I mentioned Carmen was on last week, and it was such an overwhelming appreciation for her that I got a lot of feedback from her saying that they wanted to have her back. And so this Carmen back, and we're going to be talking about beauty, and we're also going to hear about her story. Now, just in case you didn't hear the last broadcast, Carmen and I, although we live like less than like 5 minutes away from each other, we actually didn't meet until last month in San Diego. So we live in Southern Diego, it's probably about 30 to 45 minutes south of us. And so we actually met in San Diego at a book publishing event. So I'm going to let Carmen come on and tell you more about her story. And so I'm excited for you to hear, and I'm also excited to learn more about her story as well. All right, so let's get Carmen on. There you are. How are you doing today?
Hey, thanks. I'm doing great.
All right, so let's hear your story.
Well, thank you. Okay. Well, a little bit about myself. My name's Carmen Uhri, and she mentioned that. I'm a first generation Hispanic. I'm Puerto Rican, and my folks were from the island of Puerto Rico. And sometimes,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I get emotional when I talk about because both my parents died before I turned 3 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
But I was raised by my mother's sister, very traditional. And think about it. I had to think about both sides, the traditional side, and then I had to think about, I'm in school. I want to go to college. All these things are going through my head. And I'm actually, the boot camp was fantastic because I've always wanted to publish a book to help youth. The girls even in junior high, they need to start, they need help with empowering themselves to think of just, okay, I'm going to get married and have a child when I'm 18. Oh my gosh. When I hear that, I get so nervous. And so the way I was raised was very traditional, and I had to just stick to it until I turned 18. But they told me, since they were our guardians, they told us, when you turn 18, you're out of here. 5 kids, okay, that
Okay.
my mother had. You're out of here. And so think about it. They told us, study in school. My uncle especially, get that math going. They But the only thing is they were so strict because they were raising so many kids. They had to keep control. And that was hard for me because when you have controls in the house, I mean, you have to protect your children. But when you have controls in your house, you kind of lose a little self-esteem there because you're being controlled. You don't have the freedom I didn't have freedom of speech in my house, seriously. And
Right.
I get emotional about this because I can see it in other youth, and I can feel it. I can tell when children have problems, and I have to admit there was a little bit of abuse in my house too, and that's why I want to publish how to deal with it. Because when I turned 18 and I got proposed to, really nice guy, gave me a ring and everything, and I'm like, yeah, all excited, and then I went, wait, I'm going to college. I'm going to be dating other guys. So there was the side of me that was very empowered, but there was another side of me like, oh my gosh, but they wanted me to get married and they wanted me to settle down. So we all deal with that with our parents. And but really, um, I did have a sister that took a different route, and even to this day doesn't have a lot of self-esteem. And she was in an auto accident, so she has some brain injury too. But um, basically, it's kind of sad because
So let me
I
ask you, sorry to interrupt, let me ask you, so you're saying that you have a biological sister, so both of you were taken in by your same aunt?
yes, and then three brothers as well. Yes.
Okay. Wait, the five, okay, so were the five of you from your parents and that your aunt and uncle took over, or did they have kids as well?
They took over, but she had a daughter that was already grown up and a school teacher. You
Okay.
know.
So there were five of you that they took on then.
Yes. And now,
Wow.
exactly. It was pretty amazing because I have a spiritual side, and forgiveness is everything. You
Right.
have to forgive. And
Absolutely.
I get emotional because when you're raised as an orphan, I didn't want to be an orphan. I'm like, what? Why did this happen to me? But as you grow older and you start realizing um, this is a path that I had to take. I could either, you know, go one direction and have low self-esteem and let people abuse me and that sort of thing, or go another direction and get educated, go to college. I even lived overseas. I lived in Spain for 4 years, and what a life I had. It was pretty amazing. But I know we want to talk about essential oils as too, because I wasn't really introduced to those till later on in life. And I wish I would have had them because I dealt with endometriosis. I did.
Ah,
I never had children. I could never conceive, but I didn't want someone stabbing me. I was really funny about that. But I think I could have taken care of a lot of things with essential oils in my early 30s and stuff. But most importantly, that observation of I love serving people. There's nothing wrong. I serve people all the time with the oils, and I do aroma touch on their spine, and they feel that the release of inflammation, and there's something about the touch when you touch someone and you're applying the oils. How can I explain?
so how did you get into it though? I think we
Okay,
talked about it last time. Now, hearing your story now, people may not remember. How did you get into it?
well, I was a full-time teacher for high schoolers, and I remember my boss. I had a terrible boss, and I remember her saying, if your students don't graduate, that's an impression on you, and you may not keep your job. It wasn't a public school. Okay, it uh, for some reason the word's not coming to me.
A private or a charter?
Charter, thank you. Charter, good charter. Okay, and I won't say any names. So that put a little pressure on me. And think about it. I'm just, I have a bachelor's in teaching and a master's,
Right.
and all of a sudden this person's telling me I might get fired, and I'm making pretty good money, and I'm like, all of a sudden I'm insecure.
Ah,
I didn't have the oils then. This has put it really interesting. Then I started losing sleep, and that made it even worse. When you lose your sleep, you can't really function. Your memory gets affected. Really irritated with the students. That's not fair. Yeah. So a friend of mine says, "Come on over," and she did the exact thing. The oils on my spine. There were a set of 8 oils called the Aroma Touch, and I got certified in it later. But and I went, I felt it like in 3 to 5 minutes. And I go, okay, give me that kit. Okay. And but there's always, how, we're educators. We're sharing all the time with people. We're always training people and stuff. I had to get more education. I want to learn more about this. And now I'm just, I still part-time with students, just part-time, because I love doing the essential oils and helping people with emotions, with self-esteem. Because really, when you're under a lot of tension, you have a lot of stress, you start feeling disempowered. You're like, man, I'm not sure about this job. No, I'm not sure about this. I'm stressed. I'm this, I'm that. And it's really not fair because we have a solution for it. There's exercise, there's everything, meditation, there's yoga, there's all these different things that you can do. So that's how I got started, because when she applied those oils, it released all this tension, and it was like I'm grounded. All of a sudden, I'm like, I feel like Carmen again. And I had to learn more. I had to learn more, and I wouldn't stop. You know how it is. You just can't stop.
Exactly. You get addicted to it, but it's a good addiction, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, definitely. But most importantly, too, yeah, I wanted to share a few oils. Did you have any questions or anybody
Well,
out there?
I was going to actually say that, today's word, I usually give a word a day, and today's word is beautiful, and it relates around beauty. Do you have any oils that centers around that?
Yes, definitely. And it was really interesting because I found something a few days ago that someone shared, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is actually perfect." Well, that was another thing too. Is even when I was younger, I always concentrated on my right here, my face, because and my teeth, obviously. But when I would meet someone, not that I don't judge anyone, but the first thing people see is your face.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm smiling all the time. I have a lot of wrinkles. I'm smiling at students all the time, but they like it. It relaxes them when I smile because I'm a friendly person.
It's
Um,
inviting.
I know it's nice. So what I wanted to share was, and in fact, one of them, it's called Immortelle. I don't know if you can see that. Is it backwards right here?
I see it fine, so if I see it fine, I'm assuming they're not seeing
Okay.
it fine. They're probably seeing it, but it's okay.
This is a blend, but it has like 6 oils in it: frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, and I know I gave you some myrrh, heliochrysum, and
Yes.
rose. Now, um, rose isn't even sold by doTERRA. They ever like once or twice a year, probably once a year, they'll put up like this. Okay, you guys, if you do this and that, you'll get a free rose, but you really got to push for it. But this has rose in it because it's a highly sought after oil.
So what does rose do? Why is it so highly sought after?
That's because it's expensive,
Uh,
but it's helps. It's calming. It's very healing in many ways. I would have to look it up because I don't memorize all these things. But for example, frankincense is very grounding. And I'm another thing is I want to be compliant because we don't claim to cure anything. We're basically these oils are very supportive of your body. Everyone has different DNA, so your body's going to react differently. Maybe Hawaiian sandalwood works on me, where lavender works on you, kind of thing. So, but if you have any medical issues or anything, you always, like I do too. I always talk to my doctor first.
right.
I
A little medical disclaimer. We're not it's dispensing medical advice. We're just talking about other supplemental, holistic options that are out there.
mhm. Okay. So frankincense is known. It's actually, they say if you had an emergency oil, the two that you'd want to have is lavender and frankincense, because frankincense is known to help with anxiousness. Um, Lavender with burns. Um, Even lavender, even with anxiousness too. Hawaiian sandalwood, grounding. Now these are all in a blend that you use on your face. So think about it. You're grounded. You're you're feeling more calm. You have clarity. When you're calm, you have more clarity. You're going to have more confidence. Myrrh promotes emotional balance and well-being. Okay, heliochrysum. Now, heliochrysum is an expensive oil too. This is in that blend. Um, what I remember when I learned about heliochrysum was if you had a bad wound, um, and there's some people that can't stop bleeding, right?
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you just put the heliochrysum on there, and it
On the open
coagulates
wound?
on the open wound, and it coagulates and heals it. So that very supportive, very supportive. So now for the face, let's see here. Let's see. I'm sorry. I had to take some notes here because.
Oh, that's okay. And let me ask you while you're looking that over, when you're talking about applying on your face, what is the application? Like, what is the procedure that we'll be doing to apply it on your face?
Okay. Well, this one, I put this on my face first. Okay. It comes in a roller ball.
Okay.
Okay. But I usually make sure your hands are really clean. I usually place it on my fingertips because I don't want to just be rolling it on my face. I'd rather have it on clean hands because, uh, this is quite a big bottle, and basically I will use it, under the eyes, and I just tap, you're very careful, around the forehead, the nose, just all around. You can put it on your neck and your chest as well. So this supports, like, I was in the sun in my 20s all the time. I had a gorgeous tan all the time, but now I suffer from spots and a lot of freckles and stuff like that too. So this also supports the skin in that way. And later on in years too, people start getting cancer.
Right.
Yeah, some skin and that sort of thing. So this is actually very supportive of your skin.
So would you if you had a morning routine, you would, let's say, wash your face and moisturize your face, and then just before this?
Right. So you cleanse your face. We have scrubs. We have a scrub too. You only want to use that once or twice a week. Then cleanse your face first. Then you put the Immortel blend on. Then you put your moisturizer.
Okay.
Then you put your moisturizer on. We also have a toner because after you wash your face, you always want to use a toner. So it's
Right.
Too.
Okay.
Then I know some people don't wear makeup and some do, but you need some kind of coverage on your face because you're exposed to the sun all the time, even when you're driving. See, I'm exposed on one side all the time.
Right.
That's where I have most of those spots as well. So basically, Immortal helps reduce the appearance of fine lines. I've got some big lines now because I smile a lot. But so that those contributing factors, the sun and rays and all that, it will help reduce a lot of the contributing factors, that we just talked about, and reducing appearance of blemishes too. So I mentioned frankincense, Hawaiian sandalwood, lavender. Okay, so you're putting lavender on your face, so it's calming you. It helps.
So now let me ask you this now, because you gave me a sample of the lavender. So can I use just the lavender alone on my face as well?
Yes, definitely. Yes, I use different oils on my face, but I love the Immortal because it's all blended for you. Plus, it has rose. I don't have a rose bottle of rose. It has myrrh. Now, helichrysum and the rose. Okay. I just mentioned where you use it topically, but I wanted to read something to you real quick here because it was pretty neat that someone had posted. I just love the wording. Sorry about that. I have to get on here really quick. Let me just do something right here and I'll read it to you guys. I loved it. When you're ready to empower others. Now see, you need to feel confident and empowered to empower others. And this is what my book is going to be about. Others through your courage. You may notice that your spine and your heart desire doTERRA's blend of Immortel. Your feet beg to be massaged with cassia, and I'm going to talk about cassia, okay? And your solar plexus is pleading for bergamot, okay? So I thought that was kind of neat because those three are pretty amazing oils. There's so many oils that are amazing that help with a lot of different issues and stuff, but you have to be, I want to say before anything, because someone had a bad experience with cinnamon, and cassia is cinnamon. Yeah, cassia is from the family of cinnamon. So when you get cassia, you can drink it. It's food grade. And if you're going to put this on I would never put cinnamon or cassia on my face. It's warm and hot. It's like putting oregano on your face. It's too hot. But if you were going to put it on your feet, or anywhere else on your body, you always dilute it with a fractionated coconut oil or olive oil. Okay.
Okay.
Children especially actually you don't even use it for children under the age of 6, but 6 and over or 7 and over, you need to dilute it. So there was an experience, someone was doing a demonstration and someone took some cinnamon and slapped it on her face. And then she went, her face got red.
Oh.
And my friend was, oh my gosh, she's like, and how embarrassing, because it's when you're learning about oils, sometimes I know that cinnamon and cassia are hot and oregano are hot, but you have to verbalize it. Okay. So
does it say on the bottle though that doesn't give you warnings, like, or how to use it? Like it'll say not suggested for topical use or not recommended for indigestion. Like, doesn't it say that on the actual bottle?
Yes, it does. It'll tell you how to use it, but we go even further and look as to how to apply it, and that sort of that as well. Getting that education on how to apply it. But everyone's excited because you have it on your you have it on your hand and you're like, oh my god,
it smells so good. Yeah,
it smells so good. I want this on my face. And oh my gosh, just be really careful, everyone. You need those hot oils. You'll learn as you go. The oregano, the cassia. There's a list. I can get the list of hot oils that you don't want them on your face, actually. Period.
But now you've got the other part of your body is okay, just not your face for those hot oils.
Repeat that because you kind of.
Oh, I said, it's okay for other parts of your body, just not your face, like those hot oils you want to put on pressure points and maybe your feet, you're saying.
So, for example, oregano, it's so hot, but it supports your body almost like an antibiotic. Okay. And I had an abscess. I was gone at a convention and I knew I had a toothache, but it started getting worse and worse because I think we were at a little higher altitude. And I took a drop of oregano and I rubbed it on that tooth, and I don't know what stuff started coming out of that tooth. And I was, wow, that's pretty amazing. And 2 months later, it was like totally gone. So kind of like all the pus or whatever was in that tooth was gone, because I didn't want to have to go to we were 12 hours away and I didn't want to have to go to a dentist in another area. So that was pretty amazing, because I think what it did was it got everything, whatever substances or whatever toxic out there, was taking it out. No more pain. Then I did have the tooth removed. But you have to be really careful with the hot ones, because I'm used to it. I put it on my hand, I lick it, but I swish with a lot of water. You feel it, the hotness for a while, like a chili.
Okay.
And if you like chilies, I don't. I'm not a chili person. I don't like chilies. And but I can handle it because I know it's going to be good for my gums. I know that it was taking care of that.
So now with these oils too, because you just mentioned oregano, and I'm thinking like the oregano, the spice, can you cook with these oils as well?
Yes, and because they're so potent, especially when you're cooking with the oregano, you want to put a toothpick inside the bottle and then put it in your food, then taste your food. Because many people have ruined their spaghettis.
They have what? I didn't hear that.
They ruined their spaghetti sauce.
Oh.
Like 2 drops of oregano, which is, I don't know what that's equivalent to. 2 bottles of the herb or something. Imagine putting 2 bottles of herbs.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So definitely, they always say, even the cassia or the cinnamon, dip with a toothpick and then put it into your cake if you're making. Because I add cinnamon to my banana bread all the time. Taste it first. Okay. Do the same thing if I use powdered cinnamon or the oil. To definitely that was a really good question. They're all pretty potent. You don't want to overdo it. Just a little bit goes a long way too on your body and your food. definitely. So what was I going to say here? Let's see. So Immortel, spine and heart, cassia on your feet, but make sure you dilute it with fractionated coconut oil or olive oil. Bergamot, your solar plexus. Okay, this is a chakra, solar plexus. Your it's called Manipura chakra. A lot of people, practice, chakra. It's
Right.
located in your abdomen, just above your belly button. And I didn't know that. I always thought abdomen was lower for some reason, but above the belly button. This is the energy center responsible for power, self-esteem, and confidence. Okay, so I think that's pretty neat to have a blend, the Immortel, the cassia, and the bergamot. And all you need is one drop of each with some coconut oil or olive oil above the belly button. And just rub it on there and then smell it too.
And that let's say when you're rubbing it, are you still using your like 2 fingers, or are you putting it in your palm and you're doing like a big rub? Like, what does it look like practically?
When I rub oils, you're right. I'm using my two or three fingers, but I also apply oils under my nose, behind my ears, on my wrist. Okay, I love oils on my spine as well. In fact, that's where I rub. But I'm going to start rubbing more oils on my abdomen, because think about it, I
Energy
more confidence. Why not? And use those 3 oils. I just found it today. I'm adding the bergamot with the cassia, but the Immortel by itself on your heart. Which
Do you do the oil every single day, or just
I'm using oils every single day, which really is sort of preventative. Okay, especially when I get out of the shower, you're nice and warmed up. Now you can put oils on and then jump in the shower, and then you kind of like have a spa going in there, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe if you put oils on your spine, like early morning, and then wait about 15 minutes and then take a shower. I'd like the oils to penetrate,
Right.
skin and that sort of thing, and smell them and enjoy them. I'm more of a after the shower, put the oils on with some lotion or coconut oil around the elbows.
I can tell you're like reliving it as you're describing it. Like I can just imagine.
and like sometimes I'm heading to school and these teachers will come up to me and they go, "Oh my gosh, you smell so good. What is it?" And
remember when I first met you, you smelled well as well. Remember, I said you smell good. I remember.
Okay. I do want to add, it's funny how you say I smell good. I don't use deodorant anymore. Okay.
Really?
I just take lavender, or there's a Serenity one that has lavender. See, Serenity is very grounding for me, and I have a little ADD, so I have to focus. So I'll put it under my nose. But I've taken my Serenity and lavender, and I put it on my hand. I don't add coconut oil, because I don't think I want oil under my arm. I just want, not a coconut oil. I just put the oil, rub it, and then you just rub it under your arm just after you've showered. And it's like you're sweating, but you're sweating. It's like your underarms are like a diffuser. You're diffusing.
And how long does it last?
All day. And I put it on the next morning, kind of thing. And I always thought, what they say about deodorants, with them having lead and all these different things, and then I switched to different deodorants years ago. But now I don't even, but you can make them, there's a do-it-yourself. You can actually make a lotion,
Now let me ask you this, from your experience, do you work out? Like, have you worked out and still was able to be okay with just using the oils?
Pretty much. I work out in the morning and then I jump in the shower.
I mean, generally speaking, you're going to take a shower after you work out anyway, but I'm just saying, like, do you oh my gosh, I can't even stand my smell when I'm working out, or are you okay?
I've been okay.
Okay.
But they do say too, a lot of times, the smell, a lot of it has to do with your diet and that
Mhm.
sort of thing too. So maybe part of it has to do with my diet as well. But I always want to, make sure I smell good. So,
Right, right. Well,
yeah.
that's great. That's good. I'm definitely going to try that. Where I always look for different. I don't actually brush my teeth, or I actually use coconut oil when I brush my teeth. So let me ask you this: are there any, like, I use coconut oil, but is there any other oil that I can actually use? I know you mentioned the if this use the oregano, but is there anything else I can do like on a regular basis for just preventive?
Yes, actually, we have a toothpaste. It's called On Guard. I
Mm-hmm.
have this little sample right here, and it has the cinnamon and clove in it. Okay.
The cinnamon, I thought you said was hot.
Well, they put it in here. I'm almost 100% sure that they put it in here. I would have to look it up for you,
Okay.
okay? Because it has what our On Guard essential oil blend has in it. Okay. So, but it's creamy and you brush with it. But I also you could take the On Guard blend and either put it on your toothbrush and brush with that. It is a little bit hot too, but you can add it to your toothpaste or your coconut oil. There you go. Your
Yeah.
coconut oil is going to dilute it,
Okay.
definitely.
Okay.
But I'm used to it, and I swish and swish, and then you spit it out. But boy, they're really good for your gums. And clove, it has clove in there too. I mean, you can just use, I have a habit of sticking it on my hand and lick it. And it's on my tongue. The thing is, when your tongue, if you ever want oils to really penetrate, those that are edible, okay, or food grade, you want to put it on your tongue
Okay.
or the bottoms of your feet. Okay, so I do this a lot because when I'm brushing, I already put it on my tongue and it's already penetrating my tongue. But then you get that saliva coming right away when you're brushing your teeth. But I use the toothpaste as well, and it's it's all it's really good. It's really supportive of your gums as well. Yeah. I
Well,
I do have one more thing to share. I just remembered I had a crown which is pretty old, way in the back. And I was at school one day, and this is funny. Um, and I was just biting into a regular sandwich, and I heard a crack. I've never broken a tooth. In fact, my mother-in-law years ago, or 15 years ago, she said, "I broke a tooth," and I went, "Gosh, you must be really weak if you break a tooth." It scared the heck out of me, and because I had to just spit everything out because it felt like it was weird. I'd never broken a tooth before, but it was a crown. I broke a crown. Okay, so I ran to the nurse's office, and then I remembered I had my On Guard um, blend bottle, and once the air hits that open tooth,
oh gosh.
like, oh my gosh, and I was ready. I wanted to go home because it was lunchtime, right? And students
Mhm.
still had 2 more hours, and I said I need to go home, and the front office goes, "We can't let you go. We don't have any more teachers to substitute for you." What? I'm going to be in pain for 2 hours. So I took the On Guard. No, actually, yeah, I did. I did look at. I put a lot. I put like 4 drops. Okay,
Okay.
and then I went. I just tipped. I let that On Guard just kind of soak.
Gotta sneak in. Yeah.
And at my 3 o'clock appointment at the dentist, they saw me right away, and they just put a temporary, no pain. I mean, it would. You still feel that air kind of thing, but it wasn't
Mhm.
like it was before. I am so grateful. I am so grateful for essential oils that they support any inflammation or anything going on in your body. You should always carry them in your purse for an emergency if something comes up.
All right. Thank you, Carmen, so much for sharing the information. I mean, that's actually really good stuff, and I really want to start using. My takeaway was to, because I want to get rid of using deodorant because it really isn't good for using masking. So I want to actually try to use of the samples you gave me. Which one would you recommend? The lavender one for the deodorant?
Yes, I would try the lavender. You just in fact, actually, you could take because you won't put oil on it. but take a drop of lavender and then, or maybe if your hands are still kind of wet, put a drop of lavender because water kind of drives. Can I explain? Okay, let me explain one more thing. If you got any oil in your eye, and it could just be like a particle, like sometimes you'd be doing something and ooh, oh my gosh, my eye's stinging.
Uh-huh.
Right away, put the fractionated coconut oil or olive oil onto it, and it'll dilute it in your eye, and it goes away. But
Wait. You're saying like put coconut oil in your eye?
yes, you can. Yes, I use this one because it's fractionated. It's really refined.
Or is it a drop? Like what does it look like?
Yeah, it just comes out. It's just like a
It's just drops. Oh, okay.
drop. You can just go like that, and it comes out. You want to use oil. The first thing people think of, because they haven't been educated about it, they run to the bathroom and go like this with water.
Yeah.
Because whenever we get sand in our eyes, we run out to the beach and whatever.
Well, not only that, I think when you get something in your eyes start to water. And so we just think in terms of putting more water on it.
And it stings because your eyes start to water. So you want to use an oil. And you can go to the kitchen, even whatever oil you have in there. It doesn't have to be olive oil. Whatever oil, oil, it'll dilute it, kind of thing. So, but what I was saying was, when you go to do your, you just got out of the shower, you're still kind of wet, whatever, and your hands are still kind of wet. Put some, or you can wet them, because a drop of lavender, and then just place it on, because you're kind of still kind of wet, kind of thing, and just spread it there, and then do the other side with one drop. I do one drop on each side, and I love it because it's like calm. I'm ready to go, especially when I'm teaching students and I'm doing a lot of discipline. I'm ready to go.
I love it because it feels natural, as opposed to the ingredients that I can't even read or pronounce on my deodorant. So I'm definitely going to try that.
Definitely. This was a lot of fun. We can go on and on. There's so much to learn. So anyone that wants to be in touch with me can message me.
Put your website up on the screen. So if they're interested in more information about the oil, this is where you can actually reach Carmen. This is at mydoterra.com, and then / Carmen Healing.
Definitely.
Reach out on her on Facebook, just free, and then she has a special Facebook group where she actually does more weekly education on the oils.
So any questions that you might have, I do have some reference material that I refer to, because you can't know everything. Practitioners too, they have to, they practice,
Right.
But please, I can give my phone number. Do you probably the website? You can get through the email that way too.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Carmen. Thanks for joining us on how oils can actually help us beautify our lives.
All right. You're welcome. That was a lot of fun.
Not just beauty on the outside. I mean, it's not just beauty not just beauty on the outside, but also beauty on the inside. And so we just talk. All right. So let me go to my screen here. So that's going to conclude our broadcast today. Again, this is about empowering women. So hopefully you were able to resonate with Carmen, with her story of being like a first-year Hispanic in this, with growing up with all of that. And then also take her advice on utilizing the oils, particularly if you're going, my work today is about beautiful, but it's more about, it's not just the beauty on the outside. Again, it's how you get yourself beautiful on the inside. Because if you are beautiful on the inside, it will show. We know that just the outside beauty will fail. And so oils is a way that you can actually tap into that inner beauty that you have. Enjoy this, and please, with your family and friends, share it on your webpage, and I will see you again on the next time. Bye, and have a great day.
Yeah. Bye.